Now, speaking of artists who will rap fast, but who took a very different approach sonically to what they were rapping over.
And say absolutely nothing while they rap very fast.
We're going to get there. Your man, my man, Freddie Gibbs. Listen, I have been a Freddie Gibbs fan for a very long time.
We have been talking about Freddie Gibbs on this show since the show started. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Before, like, we're talking before, like, straight killer, no filler.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right.
Absolutely. What was the record he did with Pharrell that was dope?
Did he do a record with Pharrell?
He did. It was, or that was the first Freddie Gibbs song that I liked. He said, "You got that coat, Ella. You got that coat, Ella." What is the name of that record?
Yeah, now I can't even think of it. Hold on.
See if I can.
Well, what's yeah?
Not Gold Rings. Was it the Diet?
You should be only interested in those who put you on the G.
You hear this?
Yeah.
So you can't hang out with me.
Roll with a motherfucking Mac, man.
If you can't break it down to A to Z, hey, I'm on a little diet, gotta stay dramatic, nigga.
This is the first Freddie Gibbs record where I was like, yeah, okay. And even in listening to that, I'm like, I don't think that's Pharrell. Oh no, that is Pharrell. Look at the comments. That is Pharrell. That's Babyface Killer. So, we've been talking about him for a long time. My opinion is very informed.
Back when he was signed to Young Jeezy.
Jeezy. Good Lord. Yes.
You want to talk about a guy who's been able to like reinvent his career. You know?
Who you probably don't want to be friends with.
Freddie?
Like, he just has this thing where he's just, after a while, at some point you have to ask, is it you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you beefing with Currency? Currency?
You know, he went after Currency on this. Yeah, sure.
He did. He did. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Go back.
Anyway, we're talking about Alfredo II.
Yes.
Listen, I'm a Freddie Gibbs fan. I know he's not the guy for you. I think it is true that he's not really talking about much of substance anywhere. He is very good at rapping. He can be very technical. Mm-hmm. He can switch flows. He can switch styles. But Armond, you famously on the show, you are likely looking for something that a rapper is trying to tell you, right? What's the message? What's the idea?
Something. I mean, even if it doesn't have to be introspective or deep.
No. I'm not even saying it's got to be like. No.
Come on, West Side Gun's one of my favorite rappers.
Sure.
Like, I don't have to have that. It just has to be engaging and entertaining. If it's repetitive, right? It's like John Cena.
Sure.
If John Cena is not the wrestler, is not the greatest wrestler in the world, but he knows how to tell a story in the ring to where his matches are engaging and interesting. Tell me a story. And tell me an interesting story, I should say.
Sure.
And just for the longest time, it's just, I'm thugging, I sell coke, I have sex with a lot of women.
Yep.
And that's it, rinse and repeat.
Yeah. But man, he sounds so good doing it. So Alfredo II is,
I look like a hater, and I'm not.
No, you're not a hater. Listen, if we should be hating on anything, it's like, listen, we get it. We know what it's like to release, to have a rapper producer collaboration album put out in 2020, and then you put out the sequel in 2025. We see you, Alfredo.
For sure.
II. It's okay. We did it first.
That's right.
Here's what. So I have track by track notes in this. I don't know if you want to go track by track. We can just talk about what works, what doesn't.
Sure.
Here's one thing I think is really interesting. Regardless if you do or do not like this project, this is not a summer album. Why is this album coming out now? It does not sound at all like a summer album. This is cold weather music. What are we doing?
So that reminds me of, I didn't even think about that. When did Alfredo come out? That was released in May.
That was released in May, yeah.
And when I think of records like Something to Rap About, Babies and Fools,
right,
Scotty Beam, like those are like warmer month records for sure. Those are warmer records.
Yeah.
I didn't think about this not being a summer album, but I agree 100%.
Yeah. Not a summer album. But, you know, so contrasting with hit my mic there. Contrasting with JID, right, where there's just so much going on, frenetic, high energy. There's sometimes some of these songs have, you know, intricate sample chopping going on, but there's largely speaking, sonically, a lot of room for Freddie to rap however Freddie wants for the most part.
Agreed.
Right.
Yes.
And so, listen, some of these beats on here, my God, 1995, the opener, Alchemist. What my God, man, insane.
The poster child for sounds better on the album. When I heard it, when it was, because this is the first release.
Yeah.
I hear it by itself, it's like, oh, this is cool. On the album, sounds 100 times better. The song is fire.
He's just showing, at one point he's like, no, I'm just going to keep flipping different parts of the sample. Oh, and then this beat switch at the end. But it didn't sound, like, to me, it didn't feel overwhelming. You're just like,
no.
Huh? What?
No.
Huh?
It felt, you know, one of the things that I love about production is when it progresses. I want progression in production. And these flips felt like progression.
Right. Mar-a-Lago is gorgeously produced.
Mar-a-Lago's fire.
Lemon pepper steppers. Freddie's just floating on this.
Like that too. Yep.
Encelada. I like that hook from Anderson Paak, actually. I think it sounds real good.
I actually low-key feel like this is the best song on the album.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Encelada. Encelada's great. Anderson .Paak is great. The beat is not doing too much. It does just enough space for them to rock. It's a really, really good song. Yes. And that's like
Empanadas, like there is a feel and a vibe to this album which I think is both a strength and a weakness, because it's not that long, right? It's 47 minutes, it's 14 songs, but you get to a point later in this album where you're like, have I heard this already? Like, these songs do start to 10 songs we're cooking here. Or, you know, I'm gonna sound like a 90s A&R. It's like, honestly, this almost needed something to like anchor it as like the big record, you know, but like this is in the best way for some fans. This is like all the album cuts you've ever dreamed of, in a vibe, in a zone. You could kind of put this album on shuffle and I don't know if you'd miss anything, frankly.
Right. Yeah.
Which could be a strength, could be a weakness. I need to talk about your man Larry June though. So this song, Feeling, this beat is gorgeous.
Yeah. I'm drinking out the bottle now. Put the head in.
Unfortunately for Larry June, very slowed down.
I mean, he works on slow beats sometimes.
When I hear a record like this, I love it. So I am reminded, it's like, oh right, he's from the Midwest. You kind of forget that he's from Gary, Indiana. Right?
I mean, I don't, but okay.
I do. I think people do. You know, I don't think
for sure,
because I don't think the idea of the Midwest having that kind of fast flow with melody, like that's a 90s concept of like of Midwest rap. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's Crucial Conflict. That's Bone Thugs. That's like a different, you know, I'm not saying he's like that, but like he can flip into this kind of fast with melody, like that sound that is evocative of that era, you know?
Absolutely.
And then Larry June gets on this record and sounds like he's lost and he's wandered into the wrong studio. I don't he's rapping so slow on this slow beat. It's I was driving around the rest of this weekend. I like to test my takes sometimes on her. This whole like I was placing JID stuff, and she's just like, what is going on? I was like, yeah, that's what I said too. And then I played this record, and she's like, okay, she's kind of vibe with the sample. And then I get to Larry June's part, and she's just like, she's looking at me like, what is he rapping so slow? I was like, well, that's how Larry June raps. But it's like to me, like Larry June needs a record that's almost like a little bit more going on. It's like all about knowing your strengths. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I think that beat is gorgeous. It's phenomenal. There are records on here where I'm just like, man, like Lavish Habits, Gold Feet, but you could totally cut like 2 or 3 songs off here, and I think it would almost be stronger just because it's not gonna get repetitive. Because like you get to the end and it's like I'm almost now it's like I'm never happy. It's like I need something a little bit more, because some of these songs just kind of there's almost nothing here that's bad. You know what I mean? For me. But there's also like you need something to stand out a little bit more, or some story to tie a little, something to like hang this album on, you know, as opposed to like, honestly, we did 14 tracks and we love them. That's the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think about earlier I talked about moments, and I think I approached it from a negative standpoint, or more not pessimistic, but I guess negative. Moments are good. You want moments. You just have to be strategic in how you place them. Like the moment can't be the crescendo. The moment has to lead to something else. So I agree 100%. You know, it's like sometimes when you hear a beat and you're like, whoa, or you hear a feature or something where you're blown away. It's unexpected. It's a sharp turn. If you're thinking about this from a movie standpoint, right? Just a plot twist. You don't really get that here. You know exactly what Freddie's going to do. You know exactly what Alchemist is going to do. Yeah. They do not stray far from that at all.
No, not at all.
You know, the furthest they stray is getting Anderson .Paak on these records, but he comes from No Worries. So hearing him on this type of production is not a crazy thought at all either.
Not a crazy thought.
So for me, after Encelada, this album falls off of a very slow, boring cliff.
Oh, I love Feeling. I love Gold Feet. I like Gas Station Sushi. I mean, the thing is, I can also just let this album play because it's just, you're in a vibe, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point, right? Like,
yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's not whack. It's not trash at all. It's boring because I feel like I've heard this a million times, not just from Freddie, but also from Al.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, sure, like Skinny Shook too, I like the production on that. But like, in order for me to really, and I said this when we talked about, you know, when we talked about this album coming out, it's like, I don't know. I've always said that Freddie's projects are as strong as the production he gets. So I can't think of what was the project he did. Bandana, right, with Madlib, right? Like, oh, man, one of his best, because Madlib just threw the kitchen sink at him, just threw him some incredible production. And so this is just an example of that. Whereas Alfredo, you hear amazing production. I think good Alchemist production is really good to great for anybody else. But this is just very, I don't know. I just feel like I've heard this a million times before from them.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the sequencing on this is, there is no sequencing. Like, really. You know, they almost kind of, they front load the album in a way. You know, and they do it, I think, on purpose because they're trying to, in some ways, mimic like the inspiration of Alfredo. Right? Like, so Alfredo opens with 1985, so this is going to open with 1995. Because honestly, what Alchemist is doing on 95, you could tell me, actually, that needs to be later in the track list in a way. It gets you off to a strong start, but like...
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But also, like, honestly, I think having a couple extra, like, really top-tier guest appearances wouldn't have been, like, the worst idea on the planet. Because, I mean, Alfredo is 10 songs, but the guest appearances are Conway, Tyler, Benny, and Rick Ross. Like, my goodness.
Absolutely.
You know, and I like JID in this. Larry June, I already was cracking jokes at. Not my pick here, but I understand why he's in the, you know, he's in the Alchemist extended universe, so like I get it. But like, if another rapper who could fit in nicely, or maybe some of the unexpected, just something to throw in some extra, like, switch them up, some extra injection of another voice on some of these, I think would be useful, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's even in looking at this, like, wow, there's only 2 rap features on a 47-minute album where they're just kind of playing the hits. Like, you need that's a moment. getting a surprise feature or a top tier feature. But again, like Freddie keeps, burning all these bridges. Like nobody's going to want to rap with him.
He's cracking jokes at academics. He's
that's normal.
He's who else is he mad at? He's what's this beef with
Griselda.
Currency? What's the
apparently the Griselda thing. Talk about that. Apparently, the beef stems from they did a project together called Fetty, I think.
Yeah, Fetty back in 2018.
They did. Yep, and I guess like Currency didn't promote it, but it's Currency. Like Currency will do an album over a weekend, shoot a couple of videos in front of his car, and like put it out. Right. And his fan base is like, cool.
Yeah, I went back and listened to Fetty because I was like, oh, did I not give that enough? Nah, that's Alk was in a different stage at that point. Like he's
Nah, you gotta.
That's
go
not my
back
favorite era of Alchemist, really.
It's not. You got to go back to like what's the one he did with? Because he did a couple projects with Currency. Was it Covert Coupe? That's fire.
Yeah, probably.
Because there's one. What is that?
That's
song?
2011. Wow, I know. Is that really true? My goodness.
Yeah, man. Sounds about right. Where's the song? Not Ventilation.
Ventilation's on there.
Is it 007? Is this
007? That's a song on there.
Let me.
Wow, Smoke Dizza. That's a name I haven't heard in a minute. Anyway, so for me, like, I like Alfredo II, like it a lot. But I've been kind of in an Alchemist bag lately.
Did you listen to the Life is Beautiful Deluxe?
Why is there a deluxe to that?
Probably to sell more vinyls. But no, I didn't hear anything.
What is let's see here.
I think it's like 3 or 4 extra songs, I want to say.
2 extra. That's
all
okay.
Right.
That's what you
LeBron.
used to get. That's what you used to get on a deluxe. 2.
That's what LeBron told 2 Chainz to do. Give him 2 more songs. Make it a deluxe.
2 more songs.
Here go 2
more. That's why he got the executive producer.
He did. What a time.